Welcome back to the Black and Gold Report. We're now joined by head track and field coach, Dr. Peter Ormsby. Coach, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Well, like cross-country season in the fall, the 2015 track and field season will be your first as head coach at UNCP. What are some of the things that you've learned about your team so far, and what's excited you about the 2015 track and field season?
The most exciting part is we're just young. We've got a handful of upperclassmen or veterans that are leading the team, but they brought in a lot of kids for the 14-15 recruiting cycle. So it's going to be interesting to see how they gel with the rest of the team and where they stand conference-wise.
Well, your team's already competed in a handful of indoor meets this season, and some school records have come out of it. You've entered the Braves in quite a few more indoor events than we have in the past. So what are some of the advantages and disadvantages of using the indoor season to prepare for the outdoor season?
There's really no disadvantages. Anytime you can give a kid or an athlete an opportunity to compete, that's great for them. Advantages are they get an opportunity to compete. We get to see how we stack against those conference schools that do sponsor indoor, which we don't currently, and it just sees where everybody's fitness is.
Well, you had 3 school records fall in early December at the JDL College Kickoff Classic, including 2 by freshman Gianna Taylor in the 60-meter hurdles and again in the triple jump. And then this past weekend, Leah Tardnico shaved off more than 2 minutes off the previous school record in the 5,000-meter run at the Hilton Garden Invitational, and Kendall Boykin etched her name into the record books as well in the 1-mile run. Other than those 5 student athletes, who are some of the other individuals on the women's side that you expect to stand out this season?
Probably start with the returners. Janelle Brown, a great thrower who is very close to another school record indoors, which she's gunning for. Johnny Perez, another great returner. So we've got some great returners and a lot of indoor student athletes that haven't competed yet on the freshman side.
Now on the men's side, you've had some notable returners in sprinter Shaquille Ray and jumper Z Cogs and Brandon Bulla, as well as some strong distance runners. What's going to be the strengths of the men's team this season, and who are the guys you expect to score points for you at the championship event?
Obviously, we're going to rely on the sprinters and jumpers. That's where the bulk of the points came from last year. I think last year they had 3 distance athletes on the men's side compete. So we're fortunate that we had a very strong contingent of distance runners, so we're hoping to get some more points from them. Tim Sigmund opened up with a great 3K Friday night, and so we're just go to our strengths with sprints and jumps and use the distance as bonus points.
Well, your track and field teams are comprised of about 70 to 80 student athletes. So let's talk about the management of a team that size. You have 3 assistant coaches that coach their own specialty. Talk about each one of them and their specialties and what they bring to the table as a member of your coaching staff.
The great thing about the staff I have is it's consistent from last year. Both our throws coach, AJ Davis, who's an alumni, and Bruce Strickland, who's the primary sprints relays coach, both alumni of the program, and Coach Darian Barr is the primary hurdles, jumps, multis coach. So they bring continuity to the program for the past couple of years, and they're just kind of learning me the ropes, so to speak. But great guys, and I look forward to working with them more this year.
Well, unlike other sports, the Peach Belt Conference has associate members, particularly Nova Southeastern, Shorter, and Alabama Huntsville, who have fared very well in the past couple of conference championships. With the addition of Florida Tech this season, are those the 4 teams to beat at the conference meet? And who are some of the other teams that you expect to contend for the PBC title this year?
I think obviously those 4 will be probably the top 4. Montevallo is probably another one of the full Peach Belt members that we look forward to going head-to-head against. So anything can happen in the next 2, I think it's 10 weeks till conference. Not that I'm counting, but definitely those 4 plus probably Montevallo on the men's side.
Well, you started your first year here with the cross-country team. Is there anything that you learned from cross-country season that you're going to take over the track and field season?
We just got to stay healthy. It's a very long season for a lot of them that haven't done an indoor season or even have gone into May for a national championship type season. So keeping them healthy, keeping them excited, and keeping them motivated.
All right. Well, thank you, Coach, for being on the show with us today.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for watching this week's edition of the Black and Gold Report. Until next week, go Braves.